Everything that brought me alive, going wrong like nonsense, playing with the monsters. They brought me alive, but got no alibi.
What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday? Are we doing Happy Tuesdays today? We're doing Happy Tuesdays today. Hey! Shout out to Canes today in the chat. Is the music okay? Let me know in the chat if the music is okay. Yo, shout out to Mrs. CB. Hey, Steph. Wes! What's happening, homie? Oh, we're gonna have us some fun tonight. We got Wes in the building. Oh, we got L in the building. What's up, Brody? How's your day going, L? How's everybody's day going? Can you talk about Wes asked, can I talk about the kid that decommitted from Georgia a bit ago, the safety? Sounds like he's on Miami's radar. Yes, we will talk about that. We will definitely talk about that. For those of y'all that do know, he is one of my favorites. I've talked about him a lot on the You Heard pod, to the point where Joe, on one of the episodes, Joe said, I just look for a way to get him involved, no matter what the conversation is. And Joe's not lying. I find a way to talk about, the young man that Wes is talking about is the 4-star safety, Jalen Hayward. Sorry, you guys. Those of you guys that are used to the Twitch streams, y'all are used to me doing my hair early because I just got home like an hour ago. Y'all are used to this. For those of you guys that are new, I'm sorry. My hair is a mess sometimes because I just got home. But yes, we will definitely talk about Jalen Hayward. As a matter of fact, we can talk about that now. Yo! Shout out to Fanfish Miami. All right, let's talk. Let's talk about Jalen Hayward. 4-star safety was committed to. He is on my search history. Hey, shout out to JP. JP Guzman. What's up, Brody? He said I thought I was flexing on the bald people. I actually am kind of flexing on bald people, but only one bald person, just Joe. Just Joe. Joe is here in the chat. I'm supposed to be the one with the hair on the You Heard pod. And then Ben stole my gimmick. And he went bushy top. Wes said being a bald guy over here kind of jealous. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. All right, Jalen Hayward, the 4-star safety, 5'11", 180. Was committed to Georgia. He committed, when did he commit? Well, I guess 24/7 is not going to tell me that now. Maybe it will. I think it's very interesting, though. Actually, it will tell me. So he committed to Georgia. I got to go further back here. January 13th, 2023 is when he committed to Georgia. So, and he's a Florida kid. And he's, honestly, to me, he's one of the best DBs in the class. Definitely one of the best safeties in the class. He's from Rockledge, Florida. Plays at Rockledge. Hey, shout out to Canes Today in the chat. One of my favorites. Not just on Twitter, but Canes Today has an awesome website where he writes articles, and he's really good. You guys check him out. Shout out to Canes Today. So Jalen Hayward, Canes Today. How you feeling about Jalen Hayward? Obviously, Miami's in the mix. I think all the Florida schools would be in the mix. You know what I'm saying? When a Florida young man decommits, I think it's always the first thought is all the Florida schools are going to be in the mix for him. He's 100% one of my favorites. I will read y'all what I had for his evaluation. We usually start these off with asking everybody how they're doing. I didn't ask that. How's everybody's day going, man? How's everybody doing? That's usually the way we start these off. And then we're going to get into Kevin Riley's highlights so that everybody can go on and eat their dinners. Because I know it's kind of late. Shout out to everyone who showed up in the stream. I really appreciate it. I know it's late. I've been working really late lately, so I didn't want to not be able to do the stream. So I wanted to make sure it was late enough. And honestly, I was in danger of not being able to make it. So my evaluation of him was elite, incredible range, great closing speed, good technique, super smooth, reacts and attacks, screens and runs, big hitter. He can play corner or safety, locks down his side of the field at corner, good tackler in the open field, wicked in press man, and explosive as a returner. Well, maybe I'll put it on maybe like next week. Yes, he did visit us not too long ago. Actually, I will tell you exactly when he visited us. Yeah, he's one of my favorites in the class. We talk about him quite a bit on the You Heard pod, mostly because I talk about him a lot on the You Heard pod. He visited Miami. The most recent visit was June 23rd. He was there March 23rd as well. So a month apart from each other. Well, a few months apart from each other. Of course, I think we're in for it. I would imagine the other Florida schools are in on him as well. And, you know, the staff is going to do their due diligence. Coach Adai and Cristobal and Coach Field and everybody. Like I said, I've been very vocal about him being one of my favorites in the class. If you look at the DBs that we've signed so far, like, let's see, Dylan Day, Isaiah Thomas, just safety-wise, Dylan Day, Isaiah Thomas, Ryan Mack, you add a guy like this to that class, and ooh, to me, and he's 5-star tape. Well, I'll schedule a Jalen Hayward watch along next week. We'll throw in his highlights and we'll check him out. But tonight is about a Cane that's already committed. Tonight is about 4-star running back Kevin Riley. Obviously, when he committed, we didn't have I didn't have a Twitch or a Twitter, or I mean a Twitch or a Twitter. I didn't have a YouTube at the time, so we didn't go live. We've been going live every time we land a commit, so I figure let's catch up. Let's do some of these commits that we've already had. So I actually put this out on Twitter. I put a poll out. I asked you guys, I think Kevin Riley, Judd Anderson, Dalen Russell, and Dylan Day. Kevin Riley won. Our next watch along for a commit that we already have is going to be Dylan Day. It'll probably be at some point next week, but we are here for the 4-star running back Kevin Riley. Of course, since we're on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching this after the live, obviously, because it will save, it will be on demand. For those of you that can't make the live, that's one of the reasons we're on YouTube now, is because I felt like the people that couldn't watch Twitch, it was kind of harder for them to watch the VODs. So I appreciate everybody for being here. We're about to get into 4-star running back Kevin Riley's Hudl and highlights, the Canes football commit. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, obviously. Drop a like on the video. Want to get those numbers up if possible. Also, thank all you guys for subscribing. I got more subscribers on YouTube in the past 2 days than we had on Twitch in the past however long we were on Twitch. And I think we were on Twitch for at least a couple weeks, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, North Fresh is in the building. Shout out to North Fresh Cane. I thought we just got a commit just now. I just looked at my Twitter. It's somebody's birthday, but they put out the graphic from when he committed. Hey man, shout out to Fresh. North Fresh is one of my good buddies, man. A great follow on Twitter. Follow North Fresh Cane if you're not. Awesome guy to keep you up with recruiting, not just Miami either, but mostly Miami. He keeps you up to date with not just his class. Man, Fresh sometimes sends me guys that are, 2027 class, 2025. He always has his eye on the future and on what's next. And he's one of those that, like, if Fresh is posting a recruit, I take notice. There's a few people like that. Shout out to Rasta Edits. If Rasta posts somebody, I take notice. Kane's Chief, Jason, if Jason posts him. NMD Grant, shout out to NMD Grant. One of my favorite YouTubers, man. I want to collab with NMD Grant so bad. I was a fan of his probably, I don't know, a year or two before I even started like doing any of this. So I really want to collab with him. All right, let's get into these highlights, man. 4-star running back Kevin Riley. We watched him on the You Heard pod, and to us, we said it was 5-star tape. So we'll let you guys decide if it's 5-star tape. Let's get it. Straight dive up the middle. What I liked about his tape when we watched it on the You Heard pod was his hesitation and his vision. And then his burst. Once he gets to the second level, gone. He reminds me a lot of Clinton Portis. And shout out to Brian Smith, who first kind of put that in my head. Brian Smith of all Hurricanes. Here he is on a little toss to the outside, get to the edge. What I do like about him, too, is once he puts his foot in the ground and he starts going north and south, gone. Runs through arm tackles. You're not bringing down Kevin Riley with arm tackles. It's just not happening. He has the physicality to run through arm tackles and then the breakaway speed once he's in the open field. Setting up his blocks. Look how patient he is with setting up his blocks. Almost Le'Veon Bell-esque here for a second. Runs through another arm tackle, puts his foot in the ground, and look at the vision. Smooth cuts, full speed, without losing any acceleration. Sets up his blocks, and look at the vision. Again, run through arm tackles. And then the burst. Once he sees daylight, he's gone. Lined up in the pistol here on the play action. Now you get to see him as a receiver running a wheel route out the backfield. Ooh, nice hands there. That's actually really hard to do when you're running full speed like that, to adjust like that, especially for a running back. Shows really good ball skills there. Fresh says a no-nonsense type of running back. Hey, Zori in the building. Shout out to Zori, man. So we see our guy again here in the pistol. Look at the patience. Almost, like I said, almost Le'Veon Bell-esque, the way he sets up his blocks, his patience. Fresh said he reminds him of Samuel Singleton. I love the way he sets up his blocks. Look at the vision. Can make guys miss in a phone booth too. Check him out. In the phone booth here. Great lateral quickness. But like I said, once he sticks his foot in the ground, he's got the burst. He juked that dude for fun. He could have outran him. I see what you did there, Kevin Riley, and I like it, and I appreciate it, sir. He juked that man for fun. Here we go again in the pistol. Straight dive up the middle, setting up his blocks. Look at him set up that block there. Beautiful. Great cut, good vision, burst, gone. Take good angles all you want. He's gone. See you later. 6. These are the kind of plays that get me so excited about him. His patience, his vision, and then the burst once he sees daylight. Fresh said he gets to the second level often. It's great to see him do it in a variety of ways. Run hard. Go ahead, boy. In between the tackles. Beast. Get off me. Get off me. Stiff arm. Almost had it. Almost got loose. Look at the fight. Keeps his legs moving through contact too. Look at that. His feet never stop. That is either Thunder or the kid above me that has cement shoes. We're not sure. We're never sure on stream. Peep the feet. Gone. And the stiff arm too. Stiff armed him in the throat. It's very disrespectful. Again, I appreciate it, but I love the physicality, man. Setting up his blocks again. Look at that. Come on, somebody. Look at the vision. Kane today said powerful. Definitely. Y'all see how he stiff armed this? Peep the stiff arm. Ooh, get off me. Oh, come on. Get that boy some help. Yo, this one play. The patience, the vision, stiff arm, running behind his pads. Beautiful. A beautiful display of a complete running back in one play. Here he goes in the pistol again, dive up the middle. Look at the vision. Look at the vision to make something out of nothing here. A lot of guys slammed right into their offensive lineman. Look at the vision. Again, keeps his feet moving. Daylight, and I'm gone. I've seen daylight. You are not catching me. My name is Kevin Riley. Elite. Man, this is 5-star tape. Here he goes again on the screen here. A little delay. Nice. Daylight, and I'm gone. This is something I'd like to see Miami get back to doing too. As we're doing a lot of these rewatches, we're seeing a lot of running back screens in the past. They used to do it a lot with McGahee and Portis and Davenport and Greg Cooper. I used to love watching Greg Cooper on running back screens. And the pistol again, straight up the middle. Look. Make him miss in a phone booth. Do something strange to him. Sir. Look. Y'all. Nah. One more time. Just one more time. Never stops moving his feet. Look at his feet. They never stop. Never stop. Never stop. Never stop. Finds daylight. Even in chaos, he has good vision. Watch him. The vision. Puts his foot in the ground. Sir! Sorry, y'all. That probably hurt somebody's eardrums. I'm sorry. Yo! Great lateral quickness here. Get your foot in the ground, find space. Come on, somebody. Finish a run. Kane's today. Fresh said he needs some milk. Get that boy some milk. Kane's today said Miami coaching staff likes his versatility and his ability as a fast and physical runner. I do too, my friend. I very much do too. Off tackle to the left. Look at the patience to set his blocks up, because he's got the elite speed, but the patience to wait, set his blocks up, the vision, the smooth cuts full speed without, and then finishing the run. I ain't stepping out of bounds. You not hitting me, I hit you. He really is the total package. Here he goes at the goal line. He gonna hit somebody for no reason. He was kind of Marquise Lightfoot. It's kind of like that. He just like hitting people. I think Kevin Riley just likes running people over. Here goes the option. Nice read by the quarterback there. Set up your blocks and follow him. You got to come with something better than that. You're going to have to chop your feet, and you're going to have to want it if you're going to tackle Kevin Riley. It's just not going to work. He's got great lower body strength and balance. Nice, great cut. Great cut here. Vision. Make a miss in the phone booth and finish the run. Y'all. Come on, somebody. Vision. A nose for the end zone. You love to see that. Look at the vision. And the ability to stop on a dime. Never stops moving his feet. He's going to find daylight. He's got like a RoboCop scanner when he runs the football that's like constantly scanning for daylight. Look at that. He ran right past homeboy. See you. He ran past two of them. Always keeps his eyes downfield. He's got incredible vision. This is going to be him in the screen. I thought that was him in pass pro, but there's a screen there. That's just beautiful block in there. He's going to walk that in. Pistol again. Look at the burst. Stiff arm, get off me. I'm telling you, you're going to have to chop your feet and get in front of him. That's not going to work. Stiff arm, get off me. And here goes the burst. Safety has a good angle. I'm going to juke him. Then I'm going to punish his friend. He really... A lot of these are just a display of a complete back. You see a little bit of everything on these plays. You see the balance, you see the vision, the patience, the burst. Is he about to destroy somebody here on this kickoff? Wake up! Yeah, that just popped some eardrums too. Warning to people who have not been on my streams. Your eardrums are not safe. Y'all. Yeah. Fresh said he wasn't even trying to tackle him. No, he wasn't even in the play. It did not matter to Riley. Riley he's physical. He just want to hit somebody. Marquise Lightfoot is very much like this. Oh, this is the play I wanted to get to. So, last play of the game. Down 3. At the goal line. What do they dial up? 6. Wildcat. No games. You know it's coming. Our best player with the football. Last play of the game, down 3. Score or we lose. Period. The end. And you saw what they did. Canes today said give the ball to your best player at the end of the game. W's in the chat for his offensive coordinator. Please and thank you. How are we feeling about Kevin Riley? How are we feeling, Canes fam? I know some of y'all are familiar with him. Is there anybody in the chat that is not familiar with him or hadn't seen his highlights before tonight? Just his ability just to cut that smooth without losing any acceleration. Arm tackles are not going to happen. And the vision. I've said that word like 40 times already tonight. Is there anybody in the chat that has not seen Kevin Riley? I'd like to know your impressions on him if you haven't seen him. I know everyone doesn't always watch the highlights. Fresh says he's not quite as big as Rashad Penny, but you see a lot of similarities. He reminds me so much of the patience to me reminds me a lot of Le'Veon Bell. It's not to the extreme where Lev would sometimes absolutely stop, Kane today said 5-star. Shout out to that. This is 5-star tape. Shout out to Kane today for that. This is 100% 5-star tape. Fresh at the vision, the burst, the power, it's all there. It's the way he sometimes will pull like a hesitation move in the backfield. It reminds me a lot of Le'Veon Bell, but it's not as extreme as Bell does it. This here, what I like is he has the quickness to get around you. He's got the quick feet. He's got the moves. He's shifty. He's elusive. He can get around you. He can stiff arm you. He just decided not to here. He said, have some. You see everything on this. This is a prime example. You see everything here. You see the patience. You see him setting up his blocks, stiff arm, making the first guy miss, running behind his pads. Kane today said reminds him of DJ Dallas. Go DJ, man. I love DJ Dallas. Again here. This is just him making something out of nothing here. This play was completely blown up. Never stops moving his feet. Never stops scanning for daylight. And once he sees the daylight, Mr. Riley is gone. On the screen. Love the versatility. Because you know in Shannon Dawson's offense, he's going to be used several different ways and as a receiver out the backfield. Wes says he reminds him of a young Adrian Peterson a bit. This play is just incredible. Never stops. Watch nothing on this play but his cleats. Just watch his feet. And you can just watch the white laces. They never stop moving. Never. Continues to scan. Feet never stop moving. Whew, we got us a real one here. Him and Chris Wheatley-Humphrey, that is just fantastic. And he punished this young man. That's what I'm talking about. Finishing a run. Burst, power, quickness. Make the first guy miss. Set your blocks up. Juke the hell out of him. Punish him. How we feeling, Canes fam? How are we feeling about our boy? 4-star running back from Tuscaloosa. So we got him from SEC country, which, you know, is always a bit of a big deal. You know, getting a running back from Nick Saban's backyard, it's always a big deal. Love it. Absolutely love his tape, man. Just an absolute animal. How we feeling? For those of us that have, or those of you guys in the chat, if you haven't seen Kevin Riley, how are we feeling? Let's put that back up there. I think it's supposed to be this one, right? There we go. How are we feeling? Let's take a little temperature. For those of us in the chat that maybe haven't seen Kevin Riley. Canes today said Riley was moving away from defenders at the linebacker and defensive back levels. His power was noticeable, but it's that extra bit of playing all out. He's really, to be honest, he is that, I know it's hyperbole and it's cliche, but he is that perfect combination of power, speed, and agility. Like I said, there are times on these plays when he could clearly run around or juke one of these kids. And he just decides, I'm running through you. Because that's what I'm going to do. Wes says our running back room has a very bright future. I completely agree, man. I completely agree. Look at what we have in the running back room. Obviously, if we hold on to both of our running backs that we got this year, next year alone. So let's say Don Chaney has a good year, a productive year, like I'm hoping, and he decides to go into the league. Let's say we lose Parrish as well. We're still going to have A.J. Allen, Mark Fletcher, who you want to talk about a complete 5-star running back. Mark Fletcher is the man. Chris Johnson, who is a human highlight reel. There's no other way to say that. Chris Johnson is just a human highlight reel. Elite speed, absolutely electric. Do not forget about Trevante Citizen, who again is a complete back, 5-star talent. He just needs to get healthy, and we're giving him the time. I'm really excited about Citizen's future. And then you add Chris Wheatley-Humphrey and Kevin Riley to that. Another 1-2 punch. Last year, your 1-2 punch was Chris Johnson and Mark Fletcher. This year, Chris Wheatley-Humphrey and Kevin Riley. And I think Coach Tim Harris Jr. did a fantastic job getting, in my opinion, the best running back in the class. Canes today said, hey, Chalupa, I'm here since day one. Don't forget me when you get to 10,000. We are a long way from 10,000. We don't even have 100 yet. But yeah, actually, I'm going to be honest. Canes today might have been like the second comment I ever got on a stream. I'm pretty sure Steph was, and then Canes today. I don't think Canes today's missed one of these, except for the one when he was on a boat. And he literally jumped in the stream at the beginning of it to say what's up and to tell us he was on a boat. I don't think he's missed one of those. Shout out to everyone that comes to these. I really do appreciate it. It means the world to me, man. I like hanging out with you guys. Hey, Sane Kane said the kid from Nebraska, AJ Allen, who I'm also really excited about. AJ Allen is a tough runner, physical, runs great between the tackles, but he's got that burst too. AJ Allen, super underrated. We actually talked about him on the pod on Locked on Canes when I was on with Dono and Hoodie Girl, the Avengers Assembled episodes. Shout out to Dono and Hoodie Girl, by the way. The Buckets pod. Go follow the Buckets pod. Fresh says Robbie Washington might be used all over the field. Oh yes, and Ray too. You can put Ray in the backfield too. Canes today said he tried to join but no service. That was funny. Because he had DM'd me and was like, man, like, I never miss these, but, like, I'm going to be on a boat. I'm going to be on a cruise. And I was like, you can just watch it later. And, nah, he showed up just to say what's up. That's the homie. Haha, Sane said, yes, AJ. What's up, man? Another fun stream tonight, man. Enjoying. We didn't get to celebrate our newest Kane recruit when he signed, because I didn't have a page at the time or a channel. So I figured let's go back and celebrate some of these that I missed. We're gonna do Dalen Russell, we're gonna do Dylan Day, we're gonna do Isaiah Thomas, and then also I plan on doing some streams with some recruits, not just Miami recruits, but we'll get to that later. Fresh says he thinks Brashard Smith will shine this season. I think so too. He's a Swiss Army knife. And I think Dawson will have a lot of fun with how he uses him. Who we watching this week? So this week, actually our watch along for the game is actually Friday. Because I won't be able to do one Saturday night. I'll be out with Steph. It's actually Steph's birthday Thursday. So the games that I have y'all voting on is the 1990 Sugar Bowl. Miami versus Bama, the 2005 Miami versus Colorado game, the 2002, which I call the Willis McGahee game, Miami versus Virginia Tech, and 1987 Miami versus Florida State. Right now, Miami versus Virginia Tech 2002 is winning with 39%. The 1987 Miami versus Florida State game had 28%. I voted for the 2005 Miami versus Colorado because there's a touchdown by Sonaris Moss that I really like in it. And Sonaris Moss is one of my favorite Canes. Canes today said Isaiah Horton. Remember that name? Oh, I love Isaiah Horton. Big number 16 on the outside. Really, really good receiver. I think he's going to I think he'll come into his own this year. He looked really good in the spring. Sane said, does anybody know how Citizen's doing? The last I heard he was doing okay. I think Dono was there at one point, said he was working out, but maybe not like lifting, like squatting or anything. But I think Dono said he wasn't in a brace when he saw him. I'll clarify that, or I'll get that clarified. Rob, hey, what's up, Rob? He said, respect for everything you're doing. Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate you hanging out. Canes today said, happy early birthday. Happy early birthday to y'all are gonna hear me say Steph or Corona or that's Steph. That's Mississippi. Man. So back to Kevin Riley. Really excited about him. I cannot wait to see how he tears it up his senior year. He is such a talented running back. He's got the versatility that we like. We keep saying in this class it's about versatility and athleticism. He has those in spades. He's just a complete back. He is 100% a complete back. 5'11", 195. And that's what he's listed as on 24/7. So you know that's not always right up to date. So, but I enjoyed watching his highlights the first time I watched him. I want to say it was Brian Smith and Dono that first told me to check him out. And of course, I enjoyed him again watching him with you guys. I'll watch Kevin Riley highlights on stream or off stream. It's just he's a phenomenal athlete. Haynes today said he's also good at catching the football out the backfield, utilize good vision, inside or outside plays, and Riley also fought for tough yardage. That's one of my favorite things about him is he finishes his runs. He runs through arm tackles. Also, I love a running back that makes the first guy miss. Make one guy miss. Make the first guy miss every time. Oh, thank you, Keynes, today. He said I made his day. He was waiting for the stream all day. Me too. I was a little nervous. I'm always nervous for these. I'm like, man, what if nobody shows up? Sane asked about Brett Venables. Brett Venables needs to shut his mouth. I don't know, man. I think it's weird that he even talked about us. Like, we're not in your conference. We didn't play y'all last year. Like, why are you talking about us? Especially after you just landed a really good commit. I'm not going to do that here because this is for Kevin Riley. But to answer your question, me and Donald talked about that. I don't know. I don't even know why he talked about us. I don't. Maybe he knows there's another commit he wants that he's not getting in Miami's favor for or something. And that's not something I know. I honestly don't know why he would bring us up. But again, shout out to 4-star running back Kevin Riley. Shout out to Coach Tim Harris for closing this one out, man, and getting one of the best, if not the best, running backs in the class. Shout out to Coach Field and everyone in the recruiting on the recruiting staff who bust their tails to bring home talented players like this. Wes said, oh, this is interesting. He said you should hear the sports talk here in Oklahoma defending his comments. That is. How do you defend that? How do you defend that? Man, I don't understand. Like, I just don't get it. Like, the player they landed is such a talented young man. He deserved the spotlight. I don't understand why you put the spotlight on somebody else in that situation. But man, Kevin Riley, I'm very excited about him. I'm not sure if he's going to be an early enrollee. It would be really cool if he was. I'd love to see what he can do early. Get him in the spring. Get him in early. Eric says, I know this is a little off topic, but Jalen Hayward to Miami. We actually talked about that at the beginning of the stream. He's one of my favorites in the class. I've talked about him way too much on the You Heard pod. I hope so. I actually, there's two safeties I want that are left. Zaquan Patterson and Jalen Hayward. We get those two. Listen, y'all remember how I was when we landed JoJo? For those of y'all that were there on that live stream, it's actually on the YouTube right now. All those streams from Twitch are now on the YouTube channel. So check those out. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Also, if you're not subscribed while we're doing this right now, do that, man. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Back to the safeties. Yeah, I'm a big Jalen Hayward guy and a big Zaquan Patterson fan as well. I would really like to land both of them if possible. I think Zaquan is just absolutely elite. And I think Jalen is elite too. I honestly think the world of Zaquan Patterson. I think Zaquan can play corner too. The jersey man is your new name. Am I the jersey man? I'm actually about to buy a few of them. I bought like a lot of jerseys for like a few weeks, so I stopped buying them because I was like, all right, Steph don't really be tripping when I buy a bunch of crazy stuff, but either way, I was like, let me chill out. I want to get a black one, but I'm waiting for the new jerseys to come out. I want the new 2023s because they'll have a 23 instead of like a 20. I want to get the white 23, probably a black 23, probably an orange, and then I want to get a Jaden Wayne because I want to get players that won't change their numbers. I don't think Jaden's gonna change his number. I'm gonna ask him before I buy it to make sure, but I want to get Jaden's. I already said I'm getting Ray Rays. I'm getting Ray Rays the day it drops. Yeah, I'll probably buy a few jerseys. Are we coming out with another black jersey? I'm excited to see what the 2023. I know it's probably won't be as much different than it was last year, but I am very excited to see what the 2023 jerseys look like. Because I'm sure there will be maybe some change, or maybe we'll get, like Canes today said, a different style of black one. But we will end the stream there because it's 9:10 for some of you guys. We all got to eat dinner and love on our loved ones and all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out. As always, if we get commits during the week for the rest of the week, I will go live. The only day I will probably not go live if we get a commit is Thursday. If I go live Thursday and we get a commit, I want all of y'all to thank Miss CB in the chat because that's her birthday. So if she tells me to go live and lets me go live, I want all of y'all to thank her in the chat because she honestly never really complains when I do a bunch of this stuff. So shout out to Miss CB, obviously. Also shout out to Judo Rome. This song here is one of my buddies. He actually made this instrumental and beat himself. So shout out to Judo. So I wanted to make sure I played it because shout out to Judo Rome, man. Sane said, what's the I will definitely answer this before we end this. I'll take as a matter of fact, before I end this, if you guys have any questions, I will answer any questions you have. We never really do Q&As. I'll do some of those too. Also, I plan on getting more people on to watch football games with me. We're gonna do a whole You Heard watch along here on the channel where I get Ben and Joe to watch one of the games. I'm gonna let them pick it from the No Huddle list. I want to watch a game with some of the players and like Brian Smith too, and I want to watch a game with like NMD Canes and a lot of content creators. To answer your question, Sane, what's the feeling about us getting the big defensive tackle, Kamarian Franklin? He is at the top of my list as far as defensive tackles or defensive ends or defensive linemen, period. Big fan of Big Cam. Shout out to Big Cam, Kamarian Franklin. Would love to have you on the channel. I believe I was reading the other day, Dono was talking about Auburn's now in it. So it's probably us, Tennessee, and Auburn for him. Kane today said we got a slight lead. Shout out to Saint Kane. Thank you, man. I really do think we're close. If I don't know if we're in the lead, it kind of feels like we are for Kamarian Franklin. I'm really hoping we land him. Big fan. Like, I need y'all to understand that. Like, I think every time I get asked now, like, what defensive commit do I want next? It's usually either Zaquan or Kamarian Franklin. There's still a couple other guys I like that don't get talked about enough. Eddie Pierre Louis, I like him. I don't know if it's Louise or Louis. I like him a lot. Offensive lineman, defensive lineman. Eric asks, would Cam Franklin, Artavius Jones, and Marquise Lightfoot be good enough on the defensive line? That would make me very much happy. Don't forget about Dalen Russell. Now, we've already got to commit Dalen Russell, 3-star defensive end. He was the player of the year in Dade County last year. 3-star defensive end. He can play defensive end, defensive tackle. Y'all, do not sleep on Dalen Russell. Dalen Russell is the truth. I still want maybe one more defensive tackle, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Yeah, Dalen Russell, Artavius Jones, Marquise Lightfoot. I'd like to get Kamarian Franklin and another defensive tackle if possible. Yeah, not that they wouldn't be enough, because just that list alone, like if we're looking at that list alone, we're looking at Cam Franklin, Artavius Jones, Marquise Lightfoot. That's elite talent. Kamarion Franklin is a 5-star talent. He's rated as a 5-star talent, and he is a 5-star talent in every shape, form, or fashion. Artavius Jones is a monster 4-star defensive tackle who probably is going to. He probably has the biggest ceiling out of anybody in the class. Marquise Lightfoot is a 5-star talent. We watched his highlights. That video is on the channel as well. Lightfoot is an absolute animal. So I wouldn't be upset, but with the three we have, and then if we add Cam to that, but I would like to get another defensive tackle, another big space eater if we could. Hey, thank you. Saint said he loves the music in the background. This is actually, I found it on YouTube, so it's free to use. So I've been using it ever since I started the Twitch. And now I just really like these songs. And then the other song I played earlier was my buddy Judo. I'm gonna get more songs from him so I can play on stream. Canes today said we're still fighting for Scott. Don't count him out. Justin Scott, 5-star defensive tackle. And there's the 4-star defensive tackle, T.A. Cunningham. There is my mind sometimes goes very blank when I'm thinking about recruits. I really like T.A. Cunningham a lot. I would really, really like to land him. But yeah, I want at least one or two more. Aiden Breland, 5-star defensive tackle, Aiden Breland. One of Joe's favorites. Aiden Breland, y'all, is the truth. So yeah, it would be really nice if we could land him. T.A. Cunningham is at Miami Central now. Every time I talk about Miami Central, I will say this. Shout out to JC Evans. Shout out to 3-star quarterback JC. I'm actually going to hit JC up about coming on the channel, about watching his highlights with him. If y'all are down for that, I'm going to bring JC on and we'll watch his highlights with him. He doesn't have, I think he has his spring game up, but his other highlights are from when he was still in Texas last year. But I want y'all to see him. He's absolutely amazing. All right, so we're closing in on about 48 minutes on the live. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go and eat your dinner and enjoy time with your loved ones. Again, if we get a commit this week, we'll come back. We'll do another live. Other than that, we'll be back 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern, 6 Eastern, Friday night to watch a game. It looks like right now it's going to be 2002 Virginia Tech versus Miami. That poll ends tomorrow. So I'll update y'all, talk to my thumbnail dude tonight and have him make a thumbnail. I'll probably get it done for that game because 39% is pretty serious. Yeah, Saints said a wise man once said recruiting is not over till they sign on the dotted line. That wise man is Joe. Shout out to Joe. Shout out to the You Heard pod, man. I absolutely love my You Heard fam. We got 1,000 followers on Twitter today, and it's so cool, man. Like 1,000 subs on YouTube, I believe, too, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just so proud of those guys, man. You have a good night too, Wes. Thank you so much for showing up to the stream, man. Thank you to everybody that showed up. Obviously, if you would not subscribe to the channel, please subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment, man. Let me know what you think about the 4-star running back Kevin Riley. Did he live up to your expectations? Was it your first time seeing him? You know, did you absolutely hate this stream? Please don't be negative in the comments. But if you hated the stream, go ahead, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about Kevin Riley, our 4-star running back. Oh, Collins Achiampong. Yes. Shout out to Collins, man. Absolute monster. Collins is just in the lab. He's the next Captain America. Thank you guys very much for coming on stream. We are going to end this bad boy so everyone can go home to their loved ones. Not that y'all are not at home anyway. That was a weird thing to say. So y'all can just get the phones out of your hands. Obviously, I'll be on Twitter. Come hang out. New episode of the You Heard pod drops Thursday, so be on the lookout for that. Like I said, we'll do a watch along here on the channel Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern, to an old Canes football game. It's looking like 2002 Miami versus Virginia Tech, what I like to call the Willis McGahee game. And then, oh, I can't leave before I do this. I have snacks. So the snacks I brought are cookies. Steph sent me cookies to work. So I have M&M cookies. I think this is like oatmeal. This is like some type of double chocolate situation. There's a chocolate chip. There is a cinnamon roll. I think this is cinnamon roll or snickerdoodle. Let's find out. Good night, y'all.